Sergeant Major Daniel Daly, a legend of the United States Marine Corps. Early life and background. Daniel Joseph Daly was born on November 11, 1773, in Glen, Cove, New York. He was the youngest of 8 children in a working-class Irish-American family. Growing up in a modest household, Daniel learned the values of hard work, perseverance, and loyalty from an early age. He was small in stature, standing at just 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighing around 132 pounds, but he possessed an indomitable spirit and a fierce determination that would define his life. As a young man, Daniel worked various jobs, including as a newsboy and a clerk, to help support his family. Despite his humble beginnings, he dreamed of adventure and a life of purpose. In 1899, at the age of 26, Daniel enlisted in the United States Marine Corps, seeking a challenge and an opportunity to serve his country. Early military career and the Boxer Rebellion. Daniel Daly's military career began during a tumultuous period in American history. The United States was emerging as a global power, and the Marine Corps was playing an increasingly important role in protecting American interests abroad. After completing basic training, Daly was assigned to the Asiatic Squadron and deployed to China during the Boxer Rebellion, 1899 to 1901. The Boxer Rebellion was a violent uprising against foreign influence in China, and American forces were part of an international coalition tasked with protecting diplomatic legations in Beijing. Daly's first taste of combat came during the siege of the international legations in the summer of 1900. Despite being outnumbered and under constant attack, Daly and his fellow Marines held their ground, demonstrating remarkable courage and resilience. It was during this conflict that Daly performed the first of many acts of heroism that would earn him legendary status. On the night of August 14, 1900, Daly single-handedly defended a barricade against repeated attacks by Boxer forces. Armed with only a rifle and a bayonet, he repelled wave after wave of attackers, saving the lives of his comrades and securing a critical position. For his actions, Daly was awarded his first Medal of Honor, becoming one of the few Marines to receive the nation's highest military decoration: service in the Caribbean and the Banana Wars. After the Boxer Rebellion, Daly continued to serve with distinction in various postings around the world. In the early 1900s, he was deployed to the Caribbean, where the United States was involved in a series of conflicts known as the Banana Wars. These interventions were aimed at protecting American economic interests and maintaining stability in the region. Daly's leadership and combat skills were put to the test during the U.S. occupation of Haiti, 1915 to 1934. In 1915, he was part of a Marine detachment sent to Port-au-Prince to restore order amid political unrest. On the night of October 24, 1915, Daly and a small group of Marines were ambushed by a large force of Haitian rebels while on patrol. Despite being heavily outnumbered, Daly led a counterattack, rallying his men and driving off the enemy. His actions earned him his second Medal of Honor, making him one of only 19 individuals in U.S. history to receive the award twice. World War I and the Battle of Belleau Wood. When the United States entered World War I in 1917, Daniel Daly was among the first Marines to deploy to France. At the age of 44, he was older than most of his comrades, but his experience and leadership made him an invaluable asset. Daly was assigned to the 73rd Machine Gun Company of the 6th Marine Regiment, part of the 2nd Division of the American Expeditionary Forces. The Marines' most significant contribution to the war effort came during the Battle of Belleau Wood in June 1918. The battle was a turning point in the war as the Marines successfully halted the German advance toward Paris. The fighting was brutal, with both sides suffering heavy casualties. Daly's courage and determination were on full display during the battle. display on June 6, 1918, Daly's unit came under heavy German artillery and machine gun fire as they advanced through a wheat field toward Belleau Wood. Despite the intense enemy fire, Daly rallied his men with the now famous words, "Come on, you sons of bitches, do you want to live forever?" His fearless leadership inspired his comrades to press forward, and they eventually secured their objective. Daly's actions during the Battle of Belleau Wood earned him widespread recognition and several awards, including the Navy Cross and the Distinguished Service Cross. Although he was recommended for a third Medal of Honor, the request was denied due to regulations limiting the number of Medals of Honor an individual could receive. Later, career and retirement. After World War I, Daniel Daly continued to serve in the Marine Corps, though his age and the physical toll of his many years of service began to take their toll. He was promoted to the rank of Sergeant Major, the highest enlisted rank in the Marine Corps, in recognition of his leadership and dedication. Daly retired from the Marine Corps on February 6, 1929, after 30 years of service. Despite his legendary status, he remained humble and avoided the spotlight. He often downplayed his accomplishments, stating that he was simply doing his duty as a Marine. In retirement, Daly lived a quiet life in New York City. He worked as a bank guard and later as a clerk, preferring to live modestly despite his fame. He never married or had children, but he remained close to his family and continued to support veterans' causes. Legacy and honors. Daniel Daly passed away on April 27, 1937, at the age of 63. He was buried in Cypress Hills National Cemetery in Brooklyn, New York, with full military honors. His legacy as one of the greatest Marines in history endures to this day. Daly's extraordinary bravery and leadership have been celebrated in numerous ways. In addition to his 2 Medals of Honor, he received the Navy Cross, the Distinguished Service Cross, the Croix de guerre, France, and several other awards. The Marine Corps has honored his memory by naming buildings, ships, and awards after him. The phrase, "Come on, you sons of bitches, do you want to live forever?" has become a rallying cry for Marines and a symbol of their fighting spirit. Daly's story is a testament to the values of courage, loyalty, and selflessness that define the Marine Corps. His life serves as an inspiration to all who serve in the armed forces and a reminder of the sacrifices made by those who defend their country. Detailed timeline of Daniel Daly's life and career, 1873. Born on November 11th in Glen, Cove, New York. 1899. Enlists in the United States Marine Corps. 1900. Serves in China during the Boxer Rebellion. Awarded his first Medal of Honor for defending a barricade during the siege of the international legations. 1915. Deployed to Haiti during the U.S. occupation. Awarded his second Medal of Honor for leading a counterattack against Haitian rebels. 1917. Deploys to France as part of the American Expeditionary Forces during World War I. 1918. Fights in the Battle of Belleau Wood. Earns the Navy Cross and Distinguished Service Cross for his actions. 1929. Retires from the Marine Corps with the rank of Sergeant Major. 1937. Passes away on April 27th, buried with full military honors. Quotes and anecdotes. "Come on, you sons of bitches, do you want to live forever?" Daly's famous rallying cry during the Battle of Belleau Wood. "I was just doing my job." Daly's humble response when asked about his heroic actions.